Hello everybody, I guess you could say this is the first video of 2026 and it's going to be Magic the Gathering related. Magic the Gathering and Wizards of the Coast have revealed a debut trailer for the new set Lorwyn Eclipsed. This is actually pretty good because it is a collab between Magic the Gathering and the Jim Henson Company. If you don't know Jim Henson Company, they're the guys that have done the Muppets, the Labyrinth, and the Dark Crystal. So without further ado, let's watch the video and see what we've got.
Good day, Lorwyn.
It's always day in Lorwyn, Square.
And it's always a good one, Moira. Ooh, don't mind if I do.
Yeah.
Grab my morning mug of muck from the auntie. Hunt for treasures inside someone else's bin. Squeeze some frogs in the bogs all around me. Just another day in Lorwyn.
Steal a baby or two from a kitten.
Oh.
Ratings for an hour or
Well, this is different.
Rip a heart from a venomous pigeon. Just another night in Shadowmoor.
Oh.
But what bones do they crush?
What kind of breakfast mush
Could I find out on that dark, bright
other side? Other side, other side.
Shred it, Craig.
One light, one dark, two worlds a world apart, but somehow in our dreams we share the sky.
I'd run through fields where flowers bloom and snip them all to death. Then gaze straight into the sun.
The air thick with chaotic doom, I'd brave the darkest depths, feeling free. Anarchy so much fun. One light, one dark, two worlds a world apart, but somehow in our dreams we share the sky.
And I go higher and higher and higher.
Lower and lower and lower, higher and higher and higher into the
sky.
one light,
One light,
one dark,
one dark,
two worlds
two
a world apart, but somehow in our dreams we share the sky.
dark stars, bright sun, two halves undone
Until the day the two collide.
Would the sun blind me or make me whole?
Will the dark consume or show my soul? And how will I ever see the other side of me? What if I never get to be completely me?
That was beautiful, Squid.
Thanks, Moira.
Good night, Shadowmoor.
Greg, it's always night in
Shut up, Snake!
That's pretty good. I enjoyed that. That's a lovely yeah. Jim Henson Company. I like the fact that it reminds you a lot of Dark
Welcome
Crystal.
back to a familiar plane, one with two unique versions of itself. This set is a return to Lorwyn and Shadowmoor.
Okay.
These two form a dual aspect plane where night and day exist side by side. Lorwyn is the day aspect, brimming with whimsy and color. The other aspect is Shadowmoor, a chaotic and wild area of never-ending night. These previously separated sides now coexist at the same time. But their borders constantly expand and shrink. Massive zones of day and night shift across the plane. Any creature that moves between them will be transformed into alternate versions of themselves, while retaining only some memories of their time on the other side. And where these zones collide, new dusk realms have emerged that are neither fully in Lorwyn or Shadowmoor.
Ah,
Lorwyn
okay.
Eclipsed includes iconic creature types from previous Lorwyn and Shadowmoor sets. Pick your favorites and play as a cunning goblin, or a haughty elf, or a loyal Kithkin. Each of these card types is reimagined with an updated visual spin, while honoring the beloved traditional art style that came before. Elves were once the rulers of Lorwyn, focused on elevating beauty at any cost. But with the planes merged, their power has waned, and their attitudes have
Oh,
softened
behold.
slightly.
Okay.
The Shadowmoor elves' dedication to beauty has only been strengthened by their diminished territory. They will risk everything to maintain their small enclaves and catalog new forms of beauty where they find them. The merfolk of Lorwyn are haughty and elitist, viewing themselves as a cut above any other creatures, including their brethren from Shadowmoor. More duplicitous than their Lorwyn counterparts, the merfolk of Shadowmoor seek wealth through any means necessary. The goblins of Lorwyn Eclipsed are known as boggarts on this plane. On the Lorwyn side,
Okay.
they are insatiably curious,
The skull.
sometimes to their detriment.
Oh.
But those that aren't doomed by their own curiosity grow into powerful, magical creatures, referred to as aunties, who pass on wisdom and provide leadership to their tribes. The goblins of Shadowmoor aren't driven by curiosity so much as vengeance and spite. Their aunties are often loners. Rather than helping their communities, they strike out on their own and are volatile and chaotic. Kithkin are a group of pastoral farmers who value the bonds of the collective over everything else. Though individually they may be small, working together allows them to accomplish much, and they are not opposed to letting different creatures joining their group. However, in Shadowmoor, the Kithkin have turned their sense of community inward and given in to paranoia.
Whoa, that's...
They erect fortresses and use their unity to repel all outsiders. Fairies are tiny pranksters, wielding illusion magic to cause mischief. They are fiercely protective of their home Glen Elendra, the narrow valley in the mountains protected by enchanted and powerful fae. Remarkably
okay.
similar between
Interesting
night and
set of
day,
cards here.
they aren't to be underestimated in
All
Lorwyn
about tokens.
or Shadowmoor. Lorwyn Eclipsed features returning characters as well as new ones. Reese is the former, an
Oh.
elven hunter. He was trained in poison magic by the tree folk. This near immortal stalks Shadowmoor, seeking
Interesting.
danger and thrills to occupy his
I don't know
time.
about that. That's...
Tristan is a new face, an elf raised on stories of great times long gone. Though frail, Tristan's role as horticulturist and poison master for the tyrant Morkant makes them quite a threat. Tristan may not like serving Morkant, but in this new and more chaotic world, they don't have much of a choice. But Tristan dreams of a world where they, not Morkant, lead the elves back to their former
Okay.
glory.
So light and dark
Oko
kind
is
of
a
work together.
dangerous, shape-shifting planeswalker with a checkered yet mysterious past.
Oh, it's been a while since we've seen him.
Have often wondered
Since-
where this clever and dangerous force of nature came
Alvos?
from. His mysterious origins are revealed in this set as he returns to his home plane. But after sparking turmoil across the multiverse,
Are they going to make him legal
his
still?
reasons for returning home remain unknown. As Lorwyn and Shadowmoor struggle between order and chaos, Oko might just be the thing that tips the balance. This set features the return of the familiar giants from the original Lorwyn. They are as wise as they are massive, and can often be found settling disputes from those smaller than themselves. But don't underestimate them in battle. In addition to the return of the giants, there are also familiar and refreshed mechanics, like Behold.
Okay, that's one
To behold
mechanic.
a creature, either choose a creature you control of the same type, or reveal a creature of that type from your hand. Then trigger the related effect.
Oh.
Convoke is
So you
another
exile
return
it.
mechanic,
Oh,
one
convoke.
which allows you to tap creatures rather than pay some of the mana cost of a spell.
So,
Each creature
okay.
that is tapped pays for either 1 or 1 mana of the creature's colors. With Evoke, you can pay an alternative cost for a creature spell, allowing you to gain its enter the battlefield effects for that card at a discount. However, if the evoke cost is paid, the creature is sacrificed when it enters. Kindred share the same set of subtypes as creature cards. This allows cards referring to specific creature types to interact with kindred spells and permanents.
So what does Evoke do against me?
However, there's colors. With Evoke, you can pay an alternative cost for a creature spell, allowing you to gain its enter the battlefield effects for that card at a discount.
Oh.
However, if the evoke cost is paid, the creature is sacrificed when it enters.
Right.
Kindred share the same set of subtypes as creature cards. This allows cards referring to specific creature types to interact with kindred spells and permanents, if they have the relevant creature types. Lorwyn Eclipsed also includes new mechanics like Vivid, which enables you to count the colors among your permanents for scaling effects. Explosive Prodigy can do X damage, where X is the number of colors among permanents that you control and have counted using Vivid. Or Blight. With this mechanic, you can put a -1/-1 counter on your creatures as a cost. Using Dream Caesar's Blight mechanic, you can put a -1/-1 counter on a creature you control in order to force each of your opponents to discard a card.
Ooh.
Lorwyn Eclipsed features 2 commander decks, each of which contains 12 new cards. Dance of the Elements is a 5-color elemental deck, featuring creatures with powerful enter-the-battlefield abilities. Aisling was first seen in original Lorwyn. She is representative of the Flamekin, a race of elementals formed of fire and stone. Here she wields the new strength of her people, who have emerged into the freshly united plane with greater abilities than before. Blight Curse is a deck that allows the player to experience the blight of Shadowmoor firsthand. This deck is powered by the Blight mechanic. Auntie Ool is a terrifying goblin from Shadowmoor, who occupies a twig hut that moves around on frog legs. As vindictive as she is powerful, Auntie Ool prides herself on the creative curses she places on anyone who crosses her. While magic artwork has always been handmade using digital or physical mediums, Lorwyn Eclipsed showcases the importance of traditional artwork, which makes up a majority of the set. Many artists from the original Lorwyn and Shadowmoor sets have returned to these familiar planes for Lorwyn Eclipsed, bringing with them experience and new ideas. Several of those artists documented their process, including Iris Compete, Scott Fisher, Paolo Parente, Jesper Ising, Annie Stegg, and Rebecca Gay. Stay tuned to see more of what it took to bring these incredible visuals to life.
Oh,
Rebecca Gay
wow.
painted this
Oh,
headline
what a
card, Bitter
wow.
Warrior, in a borderless frame. Available in a series of only 500, it is the perfect celebration of the classic
Oh,
style
that is a
Lorwyn Eclipsed
brilliant
embraces.
piece of art.
50 cards in the set were created in the Fable frame style, a classic
Ooh.
and hand-drawn treatment mirroring the set's aesthetic. These Fable frame cards harken back to traditional bedtime story illustrations, fitting the sometimes whimsical and sometimes dark nature of Lorwyn and Shadowmoor. They can be found in play and collector boosters. Borderless cards in Lorwyn Eclipsed also feature returning artists who worked on the original Lorwyn and Shadowmoor sets, showcasing traditional illustrations in a borderless frame.
Wow.
Calling back
Some
to compositions
some
from
really
the
stunning
older
artwork
sets,
here.
These cards feature extreme frame breaking to bring new life to these favorite planes. This special treatment of 20 cards can be found in play and collector boosters. Japan Showcase cards showcase handcrafted Japanese
Jesus.
art that complements the folksy setting of Lorwyn and Shadowmoor. These 10 cards can be found in collector boosters.
But they'll
Japan
cost a
Showcase
lot.
cards also come in a stunning fracture foil treatment.
Oh, these girls are going to cost a lot.
Lorwyn Eclipsed also features 5 borderless reversible shocklands, completing the full cycle of
Shocklands?
shocklands from Edge of Eternities. These double-sided cards come in foil and non-foil and can be found in play and collector boosters. Lorwyn Eclipse special
Whoa.
guest cards feature a new and unique paper cut design applied to some favorite characters. These are 20 cards in this style, split evenly between Lorwyn and Shadowmoor. Non-foil versions can be found in play boosters, while foil versions are available in collector boosters.
Okay.
And finally, harmonized crescendo shines in any deck built around a shared creature type, drawing you cards for each creature
Or
you
buy a box
control of that
promo.
kind. This special treatment is available exclusively in buy-a-box promos. Kin Binding is a powerful addition to
Whoa.
any creature-heavy deck. Not only does it give you a Kithkin each turn, but it makes all of your creatures stronger.
That's
This treatment can be found as a bundle promo. You don't need to wait until the official release date to start exploring Lorwyn and Shadowmoor. Tune in on January 14th for MTG Arena Early Access to see Lorwyn Eclipsed in action for the first time. Then, starting the weekend of January 16th, you can play early at
Oh,
your
that's
local game
a
store
week
for
this Friday.
pre-release. This set will also be available on MTG Arena on January 20th. Otherwise, get ready to enter into Lorwyn and Shadowmoor on January 23rd, when Lorwyn Eclipsed will be available everywhere. Whether you gravitate towards day or night, prefer Lorwyn or Shadowmoor, or find yourself in a dusk realm somewhere in between, this set promises an adventure full of duality and fun.
okay. That's cool. That's really cool. I was impressed with that. That was fun. So yeah, it looks like there's some exciting stuff for Lorwyn. A lot of night and dark themes consist of it. Like the fact that you have some cards that are light will play a big part in, like, let's say some dark spells. It's like the art and the art design. It's very, you know, as you expect, like very fae and goblins and fairies. You know, everything that you would see in like an enchanted forest. I don't want to say like Wilds of Eldraine because that's more fable related stuff. But it's kind of like intertwined with one another. But the fact that the whole story of it is the fact that it's these two sets. So there was two separate sets. You've got Lorwyn and you think you've got the Shadowmoor, what they were saying, and obviously they just combined them both together to create Lorwyn Eclipsed. So the storyline is that both of the realms are collided together, and this little shield thing presents another plane. That's kind of like anyone that enters the middle of it gets the aspect of both light and darkness. Is that the point of it? I don't know, but it's kind of what's going through my head from what I was seeing. The mechanics that they had are interesting. Let me just play that back again where the first one was. So Behold is an interesting one. You reveal an elf or any type of card, any type of creature that has Behold, whether it's an elf, goblin, fairy, or fae, or merfolk. You behold that, you reveal it, whether it's on your battlefield or it's in your hand. You exile that. But that's it. It's as an additional cost to this spell. So what is the actual spell? Whenever you cast a creature spell, draw a card. Okay. Where as an additional cost to cast this spell, behold an elf and exile it. Exile an elf you control or an elf card from your hand. When this creature leaves the battlefield, return the exiled card from exile card to its owner's hand. So I'm guessing the spell. So I guess the spell that you play the creature. My head's already. My head is. Oh, my head's already my head's getting confused with it already. But yeah, in a nutshell, Behold is basically you reveal your creature card of that Behold, you exile it, and then I'm already messing this up already. Oh God! Right, I'm trying to figure this out now. So, shit. Right, card is revealed. You exile that card. You exile that other elf card. Once this creature, champion of the perfect, has left the battlefield, that exiled card comes back to my hand. Right, makes sense now. But then. But what if this is the only elf? It's just kind of pointless that I'm beholding this elf creature. I'm beholding the creature that I've just played, and I'm exiling it. What kind of stupid... Oh, Christ. Um... I think I know. I think I get it now. I got it now. Right. I get it now. I kind of get it. I get it. But yeah, that's Behold. That looks a little bit complicated. Convoke is very similar to what Waterbending is. So your creatures can help cast a spell. So let's say I want to cast a 3-mana spell. I can tap my creatures as well as my mana if I want. Just to pay the 1 mana of that creature's spell. So for example, if I want to flash, I have to pay my 5 mana, but 3 of that mana could be 3 of my monsters, and I can just pay the 2 blue. That's it. I can just flash to intervene with creatures. Whenever another creature wants to attack me, I could just flash by Convoke. When this creature returns up to 1 over target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Right. And another one, which is the instant. Convoke, I can cast this for... It's kind of like the flash, and it's like if you have Ang, the Airbender, Swift Savior. If you want to flash, you could pay for the waterbending cost. I think, is it waterbending or is it airbending? I can't remember. Shit, I can't remember. This is going great. This is going great. I think I need to do my homework on this one. There are other people that I can look up to just to give me a more basic idea. But from what I'm getting is that Convoke is the same way as waterbending, where your creatures count as paying the mana. Okay, next one is Invoke. Now, Invoke's an interesting one. When the I'm looking at Vibrance right now. When this creature enters, if 2 fire was spent to cast it, this creature deals 3 damage to any target. When this creature enters, if 2 trees was spent to cast it, search your library for right. So that's what Invoke does. Okay, that makes absolutely sense now. So instead of spending the 5 mana that you've got there, I can pay either 2 red or 2 green to cast this creature for the spell effective. But once you've used it, that's got to go because you just use it as a spell. I think there are cards that you can bring it back again, but yeah, I don't know what those cards are, and I think I need to do a little bit more looking up as a way of bringing it, because it's 4/4 creature and it looks good for what it does. When this creature enters, yeah, that's Invoke. Vivid, when this so I'm looking at Explosive Prodigy now. This has the Vivid spell. When this creature enters, it deals X damage to target creature an opponent controls, where X is the number of colors among permanents you control. So let's say I have 5 red creatures on my battlefield. 1, 2, 3, 4, including that will be a 6/6 monster. That will deal 1 damage, and then it will deal an additional 5 damage to your opponent or to a creature. Yeah, that's oh no, it's only to target creature an opponent controls, not an opponent, just the target creature. That's pretty cool. But it's only when you enter. That's only when the creature enters the battlefield. So it's a good way of trying to go for a sneaky attack against one of the creatures that's probably overpowered and you want to get rid of it immediately. It's a good mana cost, and knowing that it's very useful if I've got 5 of the same mana type creatures. In fact, this is the last one. Blight is... Oh, this is a real motherfucker, this one. So Blight is when this creature enters, you may Blight 1. If you do, each opponent discards a card. The hindsight of that is to Blight 1, put a -1/-1 counter on a creature you control. Ooh, that's a tough one. But if you do have these powerful creatures in the battlefield, I wouldn't think Blight would be a big deal whatsoever, because they're still overpowered. They're still, you know, powerful. It could work, I think. But yeah, that's the mechanics of Lorwyn. I'm looking forward to what is to come. Yeah, so yeah, I'm going to do my homework on this, look up what the best plays are, because pre-release is a week on Friday. And yeah, that's pretty much it, really. This isn't, I never really, this is probably my first ever Magic the Gathering video. I mean, I say that I did a review on Foundation set as a YouTube short, but I mean, I'm going to shrink this into a YouTube short as well. But I'm looking forward to this set. Let me know what you guys think, whether you're excited or you're a bit curious, because this is the first of... Let me have a look at how many sets we've got this year. Let me have a look at the schedule that we've got, because we have now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 sets going out this year. 7 sets compared to last year, which was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're getting an additional 1. Actually, no. Would you count Innistrad Remastered as 1? So technically it's going to be 7 again compared to last year. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, because yeah, it's an exciting time to be in Magic. It's interesting. It's kind of Fortnite-y, but it's Wizards of the Coast. You can't complain if they're going to be providing us with good cards and good stuff.